Hi, everybody. I'm Mona Abdul-Halim, one of the co-founders at Careerimp. And as Des mentioned, we're creating advanced technology for job seekers to match their background against different opportunities so that they find more compatible jobs. Now, to date, our services are being used across the world in over 150 countries and have been lauded by the press for its innovative application of technology in an area that has seen a problem for a while. And the problem that we're addressing is one that's really grown to its zenith in the last few years. So if you're not familiar with the world of online recruiting, let me just take a minute to describe the landscape. Nowadays, luckily for employers, it's a lot easier for them to spread and promote and advertise their jobs. They're creating these huge networks and communities of talent. But as a result, with the technologies that have emerged to make it easier and faster to apply to jobs, in fact, you could just click a button and convert your LinkedIn profile into a job application. More people are applying to jobs completely undirected. And as a result, analysis has shown that although volumes of candidates are increasing, the quality is actually decreasing. And so there's this chart here from one of the leading studies that just came out about a month and a half ago that shows this correlation of job aggregators and job sites increasing the volumes of applicants employers are seeing, but the quality is fundamentally being lost in the equation. Well, the market has reacted for the employer, but not the job seeker. As a result of this issue, employers now have solutions to weed out resumes. In fact, you should think of these much like search engines, but for hundreds of resumes that job seekers apply to. Now, what an employer can do is simply put in a search term and get a list of scored and ranked candidates. But this is almost completely useless because job seekers don't know what criteria they're being matched against. And as I mentioned earlier, since it's so much easier to apply to jobs, they're just shotgunning their applications. As a result, they don't know where to apply, and sadly, the job dissatisfaction rate in the US is now at 55% because of this lack of focus. Well, what we've created at the core of our technology is the first system to show insight to the job seeker of how they're likely to score and how to automatically improve their chances to make it through the systems. Now, this is not changing words or affecting the way people write their resume. It's small fundamental changes, such as the format or just the rearrangement of bullet points that can drastically increase the likelihood of someone getting through an applicant tracking system. In fact, our studies have shown that it can double their chances of getting an interview. So if you think about it from the perspective of the employer, they're doubling their talent within their applicant pool. That means less recruiting costs, whereas for the job seeker, it's an obvious win for them as well. But where we're going with this technology is to solve an even bigger issue, one about where do you find the true fit for you. Now, all of us, when we were in school, were probably told by career counselors or family members or friends that we should find a job that's a true fit, one that takes into consideration our interests as well as our background and natural preferences. But unfortunately, with the way traditional job sites operate, there's no way of doing that. The most you could do is enter program manager and get 500 results with that exact same title. But that does not appropriately match up to your background. Well, what we've done is take our scoring technology and applied it to the world of job searching so that you can now simply just connect with your LinkedIn profile and get a customized list of opportunities that are scored and ranked based off of your background. Additionally, we have a very unique and special partnership with CPP, the sole publishers of the Myers-Briggs Assessment. And through that partnership, we can tap into over 60 years of research and data that shows how certain personality types are more successful and satisfied in certain jobs. And through that data, we can even provide you information about a personality match as an additional filter of what jobs to apply to. Now think about it. If you had this right out of undergrad, you wouldn't have had to take that shitty job just to pay your bills. So think about the impact, and definitely feel free to try it after the presentations. You may come away with a better job than you came here with. Now, the way that we're spreading this is by reaching out to the job seeker. We've already gotten the attention of job seekers directly through our freemium model, where they can sign up for our premium optimization features that I spoke about earlier. But let's face it, not all job seekers have that dispendable income anymore. So we're also reaching to them through universities, specifically career services offices, who are purchasing bulk premium subscriptions on behalf of their students and alumni. And additionally, we've realized that entire large organizations, like some of the ones up here, are microcosms of the job market. Some of these Fortune 500 companies have upwards of 2,000 open positions available internally at any given time, and they're struggling to place their employees in those positions, and they want their employees to find ways of better matching themselves to jobs internally so that they don't lose out on the talent they already have and they don't have to incur any new recruiting costs. So that is a new way that we're expanding and reaching a more greater breadth of job seeker. And as I mentioned, we have strong partners in the career space, both education publishers as well as career guidance organizations who were incredibly excited when they saw our technology launch only a year ago and have come towards us to see how they can promote and bundle their services. Now, again, just speaking about the partnership we have with the sole publishers of the Myers-Briggs Assessment, they have a reach of over 2 million individuals who take their assessments every year. Not only that, they're at over 75% of Fortune 500 companies, and they have invested heavily in both research and product development with us, as well as sales support. So with that support from our partners, going forward, we see that with our current conversion rates, and as I mentioned, with our number of conversions and usage to date, we estimate that we will be around $40 million of revenue in 5 years. There's a lot of activity in this space and a lot of different organizations, from outplacement and staffing firms to career guidance vendors, who are looking for ways to differentiate themselves. And we see that in about 3 years, we will be an incredibly attractive target for one of these organizations to acquire us, and thus far have already started discussions with them to go along that path. So today, I'm here to tell you that with our incredible team, who's in fact hard at work right now, so unfortunately they couldn't join me, we have the development and design capabilities, as well as hundreds of individuals who have supported us through our partner organizations to make this happen. And our expertise is in the space as well as in the web application area as well. So with investments of $750K, we plan to be at break even in 2013. So I would recommend that if this is something that interests you, please see me in the back, and also feel free to test out our technology. Thank you.